I simply couldn't do it, but let's pretend that I could. It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Right then, as promised or mentioned, next game is a rally game again. Colin McRae Rally 4. Let's try championship. Are we going to do two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive? We'll do two-wheel drive, I guess. Difficulty, normal. What's that? Players 1. Normal, advanced. Don't we have easy? Yeah, well. What's that? MG? No. I don't know. They're kind of a good car actually. Fiat Punto. You see, I like Fiats. I do like Fiats. I've only ever owned Fiats, but I kind of also like the MG. Now we're going to go with a Fiat. Bit of product brand loyalty. That's what it is. Who is this V Torres? I know a B Torres. Balana. Klingon. Okay, that looks quite good. I guess we're going with that. Not altogether the kind of view I like, but that, maybe we'll stick with that. Yeah, that'll do. I don't know about these auto gears. Oh, he's speaking English. For some reason my brain was hearing him in German. I don't know why. I don't even speak German. Oh God, I was forgetting PS2 pressure sensitive buttons, so I hadn't got the button pressed all the way. So we were going slowly, very slowly. This is more like it. Oops, as I crash into a tree. Graphically, this is actually really nice. Yeah, there's some, oh God, there's some detail there. And the clarity is great. I mean, the component cable definitely helps with the visual clarity on a modern TV. It's interesting. It's like the view is viewed through a different kind of camera lens. We've got a more wide-angle view here. Oh dear. It seems to allow more room for manoeuvre, which I like. That's one of the issues I've always had with, say, Sega racing games. The smallest little movement of the joypad and you're all over the track. You know, you're moving from one side to the other side of the track. It's just like a tiny dab of the joypad. Where here, you've got lots of room to move around. Precision steering, if you like. I like that. Oh God. Though I wouldn't say I'm doing as well as in the last game. Still not paying attention to the co-driver. I'm analysing while I'm playing. Do I prefer this to WRC Extreme 2? Because the feel is different. Visually it's different. The way it handles is different. And in short, I don't know. I couldn't tell you which is more fun to play. I don't know. I certainly did like. Oh God, I did like those Welsh circuits more than I'm enjoying this circuit wherever we are. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if I'm taking wrong turnings at any of these places. Oh God. That wasn't great. I do like this semi-automatic gearbox thing, where the computer will change gear but you can override it. I think that's clever. More games should have that. Are we there yet? Yes, we are. Australia. I was going to say it didn't feel like Australia, but I've never been to Australia, so what the hell would I know? Where are we going now? Bluff Knoll. Never heard of it. I know about Bluebell Knoll, but that's not the same thing. Cocteau Twins. I do like the Cocteau Twins, at least that album anyway. This reminds me of V-Rally 3 on the GBA. That game on the GBA blew my mind, because it was the first game I ever played that used 3D graphics on a handheld that really wasn't meant to do 3D graphics, and he did it well. You know, the frame rate was impressive. It was a good game. Resolution obviously wasn't up to much, but in a lot of ways it felt like a PS1 game, which for a GBA really was something. This is nice. Ooh. Oops. Oh God. Look at that, we actually didn't wind up in the trees. This is all a little bit samey, which is... I mean, I suppose you expect that. You're in a location with a certain kind of geography and landscape and stuff. Where the hell am I going? It is all going... Oh, not that way then. Of course, there is my little icon thing above. You know, it tells me go left. What do? I go right. Duh. What is it? Can't talk and drive. Oh God. Yeah, I can't be talked to and drive, and I can't talk and drive. Oh well. We're next to a railway line. I kind of want to just hop up onto the... I think there's oh, I don't know. It looked like there's like a really long freight load of... Oh. Yeah, there is. There's like freight wagons, flatbed ones up there, it seems. I'd just like to jump up there in my car, land on one and get to where we're going by train. That is a long train, but I think that's the thing with Australia, isn't it? They have long trains, they have long road trains as well. We seem to be stuck in a barrier. Come on now. I am enjoying this. I would probably be enjoying it more if I hadn't just played WRC Extreme 2. Not because I think that game is better, but because I'm analysing this more and comparing it with that to try and decide how does it compare. If I wasn't comparing it and was just playing the thing, I would be having more fun. It's like, are the graphics on this better or not? Not sure. They're definitely more vibrant. There's definitely more clarity to them. And the Australian landscape is certainly more appealing than the Welsh landscape when it's pissing it down. But I did really like that night rally on the Welsh lanes. That was giving me more of a rush than this is. You know, this is all right. But what's not happening here is the joypad isn't constantly vibrating and stop the car. Why? Have we crashed? Or did we finish? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, on the Welsh one, God, that car's wrecked. Oh dear. On the Welsh one, you know, we were on a gravel track and the joypad was rumbling away in my hand constantly, where on here it's only rumbling if I run into something or go off the road or whatever. But you know, we're on a dirt track. It's meant to be rumbling, you're meant to have vibration, and it's not doing that, so it's kind of a little bit sterile. Whatever. Okay. So I've got to fix stuff, have I? I don't know. Oh my God, look at that. That's more knackered than when I brought it in. What have they been doing to it? Words. Haven't currently got any. I'm not convinced by the lighting here. It's like the trees are all in shadow, but there's direct sunlight on the track. Now I get that the track is like bright sand or whatever, but it's like it's got its own personal piece of sunlight while the trees haven't got any, and that ain't right. I mean, I know they want to make it so you can see where you're going, and there is not much that's more frustrating than a racing game where you just can't see the track. But in terms of realism, they need to shine a little bit more light on the trees. But then I guess that it's evening, isn't it? And they're just trying to accentuate the evening atmosphere, perhaps. I don't know. Oh dear. I think we're going to... No. Where are we? Where? Okay. We're alright. That's like me in a city. That's like me in Liverpool. I get unsighted, I don't know where the hell we're going, and then I'm like, where are we going, where's this road, or what lane am I meant to be in? I hate it. Ooh. I wonder. I'm kind of... I wonder at what point did they decide that using the right analog stick for accelerate and brake was actually better than using pressure sensitive buttons on the joypad. In fact, I wonder why they felt the need to put pressure sensitive buttons on the joypad when you've got a right hand stick, which is a lot more sensitive and allows a lot more adjustment in terms of acceleration and braking. Ah, this is quite good. Yeah, so this is using the buttons, and I would much rather be using my right stick. Though, it wasn't until I started playing on PS3, I think, that I chose that or came to accept that as the way to do it. I think for a long while actually my brain was like, no, I can't do left and right on one stick and accelerate and brake on the other. That's too many axes of movement to cope with. And maybe that's why the games use the pressure buttons. It took us a while, it certainly took me a while for my brain to adapt to using two sticks at once for that kind of control system. I mean, it wasn't difficult to understand two sticks on a game like Eugene Evans' game, what's it called? God, not Eugene Evans. Eugene Jarvis. Eugene Evans did a different game that I've reviewed. Eugene Jarvis. Robotron. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Twin stick shooters. Easy. Twin stick car controls. That took a while. What did Eugene Evans do? It was some kind of restaurant thing, wasn't it? I reviewed a couple of his games, and then they used some footage or some. Yes, he got interviewed by one of the magazines, Retro Gamer magazine, and the guy who interviewed him showed him my gameplay footage of his games, and I got sent a signed photograph, which was cool. I don't know what happened to that. Whoops. And that's none of that has anything to do with this. It's just train of thought because I got the wrong name. Wow, where's the road? I've lost the road. Did I finish? I guess I did. Okay. Oh dear. Oh. You see, I was actually going to finish. I was going to end, but I wanted to see what kind of state the car is in. And the car is in a significant state. It's knackered. I've wrecked it. Poor little Fiat. Oh. Well, this is certainly a different road surface. Oh, yes, still, I guess, gravel. But, oh, where? I do get unsighted easily. The whole pressure sensitive thing is kind of growing on me. I mean, I haven't used it in years, but it is growing on me. I think if you played a lot and you're of a certain age, like I am, you could give yourself or exacerbate arthritis. I mean, my right thumb is actually really. I've got pretty limited movement in my right thumb, and I think that is like, I don't know, it's a bit of arthritis, or it might just be wear and tear. But whatever it is, it doesn't move as much as it used to. I've got a limited range of movement in it, and a game like this, if I played it a lot. Okay, today's question for Q&A is from David. Link to David's channel down there. He asks, "Hi Steve, for Q&A, the year 2020 used to be considered the future." You can see how long it takes me to get through these questions. But now it's here. It's a massive letdown, and how? So what do you think of the idea of going full retro? For example, giving up on 2021, pretending it's 1991, and only consuming media, games, magazines, etc. created in that year and in the month it was created. If you had to go full retro, what year would you pick? Please ignore this question if it's too long-winded, has been asked before, is just rubbish. No, it's not rubbish. Thanks for all your videos. Thanks for watching. Okay, interesting question. First, I simply couldn't do it, but let's pretend that I could, because that would mean giving up on the internet. Okay, 1984, and it wasn't George Orwellian in 1984, it's more 1984 now really, but yes, 1984, it is the year that I discovered my taste in music. I started buying Gary Newman and then discovered I liked things like the Sisters of Mercy and Bauhaus and goth music and weird alternative stuff. It's when I just started becoming the person I am now. I just started to figure out who I was. So it was alternative music, synth pop, mostly Newman. I read a lot of comics, and it was Marvel comics by then, and a lot of it was UK based Marvel comics. I don't know, I'm pretty sure they hadn't got Forbidden Planet in Milton Keynes at this point, so any comics I was buying was at the local newsagent, so Marvel wasn't your American imports, it was your British reproductions and British market only Marvel stories, things like Death's Head 2. I don't know that Death's Head 2 ever got read in the US. Death's Head 1, yes. Death's Head 2, no. Minion, as he was also known, was absolutely bloody brilliant. Part of the AIM organisation, which I also don't think got outside of the UK. It's like, you've got SHIELD, you've got Hydra, I'm not sure what other big organisations you've got, but AIM was a thing. That was more in the 90s, I think, but I think it was a UK thing. But anyway, yeah, I got into Marvel around 84. Video games, I hadn't even got my Icon Electron by then. It was all, for me, it was still Atari 2600 I was playing, and I would be quite happy with that. I still like Atari 2600 games. I would rather play Atari games than NES games. I don't care that they're technically inferior. They're more immediate, and you know instantly, or at least within about 20 seconds of starting the game, if it's any good or not. You don't have to worry about a storyline or anything like that. It's just turn it on, you play. It's either good or it's not. It's really that simple, and I love that about Atari games. I mean, movies in that part of the 80s. I can't remember any films that were specifically from 84. But, you know, there was lots of gung-ho action films, Schwarzenegger and Stallone and all that kind of thing, and I loved all that. There was plenty of sci-fi. Again, I can't remember what exactly came out in 84. I mean, yeah, I struggle to remember what came out in what year, never mind what month, couldn't tell you. I do know that the Gary Newman album that was 84 was Berserker. And I love, even to this day, I love that album. It's not my favourite anymore. It was my favourite Newman album, my God. Yeah, for a long while. It's since been overtaken by Savage, Songs from a, is it Broken World or something or other? Whatever, yeah. I don't know, what else could I say? I mean, there was no internet in 84, as you know. My social media equivalent, my way of meeting people and socialising, because I wasn't good at socialising in the real world. I had CB radio, and I met lots of people on there. Several of my girlfriends in the past were from the CB. I'm trying to think how many was that. Was it just 2? I think it was just 2. Might have been 3, can't remember. It was great for meeting people, though to be fair, while I met some really nice people, there were some dodgy people on there as well. Yeah, there were some very iffy people. I keep thinking about this period from 84. I hadn't got motorbikes or even a moped by 84. I wasn't old enough, so it was like I went everywhere either on push bike or bus. I lived in a village called Deanshanger, and to get to Milton Keynes city centre, there were like maybe 2 buses a day out of the village, and that was it. And so if you missed the bus, you were stuffed. So I used to walk to Stony Stratford, which was a significant walk, and to shorten it a bit, I would cut across the fields. And I would walk across the fields, over a bridge over the river, and into Stony Stratford and catch the bus from there. And go up the city, as they called it. Milton Keynes technically isn't even a city, but if you lived there, it was Milton. It was the city. If you went to the shopping centre, Central Milton Keynes as it was called then, you were going up the city. Yeah. I don't know, what else can I say about 1984? I was in the 4th year, Kingsbrook School as it was known then. They've changed the name of it now. Back then I think it probably wasn't a bad school. Things I hear about it now, they've changed the name of it to something I don't know what, and apparently it's not a great place anymore. But I don't know. I visited Deanshanger. Oh, quite a few. 5? I don't remember if it was 5 or 10 years ago. It hadn't changed much. The big iron oxide factory has been knocked down, and there's a housing estate there now, which is good, because that was an eyesore. Yeah. Don't know. That's about all I can think to say about it, really. 1984, comics, music. Found out who I was, kind of. Realised and accepted the fact that I was a bit of an oddball and didn't fit, and wasn't going to waste my time trying anymore. I was just going to find my own little niche. Don't think I really managed that until I found the internet, and more specifically YouTube. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. I'm going to leave a link below to another video that is out today by Dave, Retro Rewind. He's done an interview video with some Benway geezer you might have heard of. I do encourage you to go watch, because it was really enjoyable to do. I mean, it's just sitting and chatting with Dave, really. Extended waffle, very enjoyable to do, and I've watched it back, and it's egotistical of me, but I enjoyed watching me. That's terrible. That's sad. Yeah. Link down there. Okay. I'm going to shut up now. Thank you for watching, and watch more, and watch that video I just linked to or something as well. Yeah. Okay.
So look, just subscribe to this Benway chap and we can all go home. I'll have a glass of claret and, bollocks.